Right, Sean, Katie, Sean, Katie.
I knew you were going to do that. It's so predictable.
Oh, right. In the in the echelons of really great films, there's only a few that I would label as perfect, and should therefore remain untouched. You know, Terminator 2. Let's just say Gladiator. Gladiator is one of those films that doesn't need to be touched. There's nothing wrong with it. Great film, great acting, mind-boggling soundtrack. Right. But there is a Gladiator 2.
Pedro Pascal's in it.
Pedro Pascal, Connie Nielsen, Denzel. So we are going to watch it. Hopefully I'll be able to listen to Hans Zimmer again.
Do you think they'll do the same soundtrack?
Well, they better. Gladiator wouldn't have been nearly as good without that soundtrack. It's one of the few soundtracks that rivals Star Wars for me. Like, Now We Are Free is just masterful songwriting. It's a brilliant song. Anyway, we're going to watch, we're going to react, we're going to...
see what we can see.
We're going to see what we can... No, we're going to dissect. That's a better word.
Do you think we're going to... There's going to be similarities, or do you think it's going to be like just an entirely separate movie? Do you think they're going to somehow link them?
Well, I imagine they're going to link them. Russell Crowe's not in it.
Well, yeah, I assumed.
Because
That's
he died. Spoiler alert for the film that came out in 2000.
It's like saying Joaquin Phoenix is going to be in it.
It might be.
He died.
Flashbacks? Ever heard of them?
Then Russell Crowe could be in it?
Yeah, but he said... No, but I'm saying he's not because he said he's not. Anyway, let's watch.
I remember that day.
See? See?
Never forgot it.
Okay.
Wasn't the same child.
To take revenge against an emperor.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd? The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Coloseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power.
Oh dear. Oh, there's water now. Is that a shark?
I have no idea. I hope not.
General Lucius, there are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects, she must feed them.
They can eat war.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, then gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. That rage is your gift.
Oh, he's gonna fight a rhino.
Oh, the man riding a rhino.
Together, and when the charges break for the wall.
Its eyes. Sand in the eyes.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
The general will do.
Ah, right, so Pedro Pascal's the bad guy.
I need to only give it a push.
Did you not realise that?
I thought the two snotty guys in gold plate would be the bad guy. What?
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome? That people are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Thought they were the bad guys.
Might all be bad guys.
Why was there rap music?
I don't know. I didn't edit this trailer.
Doesn't bode well that that's the music that's playing.
So, hold on. Okay, so the main character,
Uh-huh.
not Pedro Pascal, the guy that's actually going to be fighting him.
Yes.
Is he? Who is he?
I have no idea.
Because what is his link to Maximus? Or is it
know.
simply just he reminds?
It made it
her,
seem. It
like-
made it seem like he was her son.
I think that's Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal's her son.
Yeah,
What?
that's the impression I got.
But why would they make? Why? But that. But no. What was the point of the first film then? Maximus died to kill Commodus, so that not only Rome would be safe, but Connie Nielsen's son would be safe. Like the thing he says before he dies is Lucius is safe.
I don't. But that's the impression I got. But then who is he? And why is she still there? Where is her son?
I don't know, but that sort of that beginning bit, you see him like running. I thought it must be her son.
Then why wouldn't he be with her?
I don't know. Maybe there was some horrific.
He said he never knew his mother or father.
I don't know. They're not making it very clear. It seemed obviously.
It seemed like they were honing in on that, like the child.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be that was Pedro Pascal.
I thought these were the bad guys. I thought these two were the bad guys.
He, not him, the other one. Isn't he going to be the Torch, the Human Torch in Fantastic Four?
I'm not sure.
Looks like the actor. Okay, so story, plot.
But he is going to be Reed Richards in Fantastic Four.
He is.
Yeah,
Good for him.
nifty.
So, okay, so he invades his home.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal invades his home.
Yep.
Kills who appears to be his wife. We see him holding a woman with an arrow in a chest.
Yep.
He kills his wife.
Yeah.
He is captured and taken as a slave to become a gladiator.
Yeah.
And he wants vengeance.
There he is with the dead woman.
Yeah. She was the one that we saw fire an arrow, so there must be a great war.
Yeah. It looks like there's going to be two emperors. Or sort of core.
Two emperors.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, let me see if I can find the shot. You see a shot of Denzel sort of rubbing two chairs. I can't find it. In a sort of meeting area. Yeah, it's that guy. Great English actor. I don't know his name. He's one of those actors where I see him in everything, but I don't know his name.
He was in Doctor Who, wasn't he?
Yeah, but more importantly, he was in Notting Hill.
He was in Notting Hill.
James Bond doesn't have to put up with this kind of shit. Yeah, look, there's two chairs.
Yeah.
There's two chairs. So is he and Pedro Pascal, are they both emperors? Or is it the two golden-haired brats that it...
I assumed that they were like his sons.
Whose sons?
Pedro Pascal's. That was the impression I got. Was that he is the current emperor. They are like, he's grooming them to become the emperor / potentially co-emperors.
It does seem to be close to Connie Nielsen. Maybe he is her son. Maybe I should Google it. Hold on. See what the cast list says. Gladiator 2. Cast. Oh, see, Lucius.
So he is Lucius.
Yeah, so he's...
Then why would he... Why?
I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh, apparently Russell Crowe is going to be in it. Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Well, I suppose if they're just doing flashbacks.
Derek Jacobi. Oh, that'd be good.
Senator.
Rory McCann.
Matt Lucas.
Ah, weird.
Tim McInney.
No, see?
McInney.
Emperor Caracalla. And he's called... I don't know.
L'Emperor.
Yeah. So they are. They're both emperors.
So maybe he's the official emperor because he's the oldest, but he's kind of like his right hand, maybe.
Jimon Hunsu's in it again. Good for him. Yeah, I see.
That's so interesting that they would make him, because something must. Why?
I don't know. It doesn't particularly.
But I guess it makes sense that he would have that connection with Maximus.
Yeah.
But he says he doesn't know his mother and father. Didn't he at the beginning?
He knew his father. He didn't know his father, as far as I can remember, but he knows his mother.
But he said at the beginning he doesn't know
Oh
his
no,
mother.
yeah. He says, I've never known a mother or something like that.
Day. I never
But he
forgot
says
that a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
he remembers that day, he can never forget
I
it.
don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
So, what? Hold on. So, he says he remembers that day because it was this big moment where Maximus killed the emperor. So therefore he should remember his mother, but then he says he doesn't know mother or father. What?
I wonder what age they're trying to suggest Lucius was at that point, because he was at least, I would say, in his early teens. I would say 11, 12.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't,
Young.
5.
I would say, like, youngest maybe, like 9. Oldest, probably about 13, if that.
But he knew who Hercules was. He was well read on Greek myths.
That just doesn't make sense to me. Or is it a lie? Is he not telling people who his mother is? But then how is he in a position where he's a slave and turned now a gladiator, and his mother is watching him? Especially
with whoever. It's interesting that his main enemy seems to be Pedro Pascal.
Well, it shows you Pedro Pascal fighting in the war, so he obviously blames him for his mother.
Yeah, he blames his wife. Yeah, he blames him for that, which is fair enough. But surely you would blame the emperors, because they were the one that. They would have been the ones who commanded it. So what's gonna? Is
Pedro Pascal not the emperor?
No, he just had a normal name.
But he got like this. Is he
general.
just like a decorated general?
He's basically. He's Maximus's rank, isn't he? General of the Felix Legions.
That's so confusing.
Commander of the armies of the North.
I'm surprised you didn't do the whole speech on Maximus.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it like Russell Crowe.
So yeah, this is confusing me.
There's Matt Lucas there. Yeah, it's just. The more we talk about this, the more I think, why on earth are they making this film? Why are they making it? What's the point? Has Hollywood really ran out of ideas that badly that they have to go back and do a Gladiator film?
I mean, we don't. There's probably some explanation.
It had rap music. There's no mention of Hans Zimmer on the credits that were there.
Was it not underneath the rap music? I felt like at one point I heard it.
Heard what?
The song that you like.
I don't even know. I don't think so.
Like underneath.
Now we
music.
are free.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Hans Zimmer's name. His name's usually in the credits. So it says all them. I don't think it is going to be a Hans Zimmer.
Oh dear.
Which is just wildly annoying. Like, that's just Why does he look like that? So maybe Denzel is sort of.
He seems like what was he called in the first one? The guy that he organised the gladiators. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's been that long since I watched it, but I'm sure wasn't there a guy who was like. I don't know how to describe it, Sean.
What, the guy who had the gladiators, who bought the gladiators?
Was that what it was? Did he own them?
Yeah.
Was he betting on them and stuff?
Proximus.
Is that who it is? I need to rewatch Gladiator. It's been that long since I've seen it, but I was sure there was a guy that was like.
Shadows and Dust Maximus, that guy. Shadows and Dust Maximus. Is he an old guy?
think so. Yeah.
Because I don't want to say this, but that guy was white.
No, I'm not saying it's the same guy. I'm just saying.
Right, okay, yeah.
Time has passed, Sean.
No.
But my point
also,
is that who he's meant to be? That
and also
kind
that
of,
guy died.
That's what I'm saying. Is that who he's meant to be? Is he like his owner / the guy that's like, you know?
I don't know, because
You've got this.
Makes him seem like a political figure. Maybe he's after. And he's also fighting as well.
But he seems to be with them though, and he's like talking to this guy who was training them, talking about making them into gladiators so they can be free and stuff. It seems like maybe he's a politician.
He's got aspirations for the.
This seems like a political.
It looks like
area.
It looks like where all the senators were in the first one. When Joaquin Phoenix says, "I know how to assuage the people," and then he's like, everyone's like, "Oh, tell us." He goes, "Love. I suckle them at my breast." Everyone's kind of like, "The hell you talking about, you crazy oaf?" God, Joaquin Phoenix was so good in that film. You know it's going to be a good film when you've got a bad guy as bad as Joaquin Phoenix. What is that? Is that a Medusa?
Looks like a baby.
A baby?
Like the face looks like a baby. Like a baby face. It's probably is something like Medusa. But you know.
Was Medusa part of Roman mythology? I assume she was. Like Roman mythology is basically just Greek mythology, isn't it? I don't care. Come at me.
Wouldn't make sense for him to have Medusa on his chest plate though.
No.
Not to be that person, but that's not quite accurate.
No.
Unless he's actually Greek. But
which would make sense because the Romans just took everything from Greece and changed the names. They didn't really, I'm joking. Romans were very industrial. That's their thing. Greeks were very philosophical. Yeah, see? Okay. Best of both worlds.
So what is his relationship with her?
Maybe he fancies her.
It's just, I just can't see past the fact that he's her son. Not Pedro Pascal, the other one. I don't know his name.
Paul Mescal.
Was that what his name was?
Paul Mescal, yeah. God, I am good at remembering names. I'm glimpse.
Terrible at remembering names.
One glimpse and I got it. Ugh.
Yeah. It's just what could have possibly happened that meant that he didn't know his mother? That he can remember the day that Maximus killed the emperor, but he can't remember his own mother / father.
They're making it seem like Lucius runs away from his mother, which also doesn't make, like, if that was the case, then I could almost understand it, because if he was to run away and then just forget about the life that he led before this,
yeah,
fair enough. But the whole point of the first film is that Maximus returns Rome to the people. So how can they have ballsed up this badly in 5 seconds? Because that bit where you see Lucius run away with his mother, I assume that's just after bloody.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that's just after Maximus is killed. And that doesn't make any sense either, because Lucius helped the people carry Maximus's body. You know, when Senator Gracchus goes, "Who will help me carry him?" and they all crowd around him to pick him up while Commodus is just left in the dirt. Lucius is one of the people that. Oh.
It just seems a bit like a contradiction for him to say, "I remember that day," but then he doesn't remember his own mother, who was literally there.
Those are the same clothes she wears at the end of the first Gladiator. Those are the same clothes he wears at the end of Gladiator. So what goes so horribly wrong at this point that she has to? Why does she look scared? Maximus won.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh God, this is going to be a disaster. This film's going to be a disaster. This film.
We always do try to be open-minded.
I try to be open-minded, but
open-mindedly.
You know what? I like Pedro Pascal.
I like Pedro Pascal.
I want
nothing but the best for Pedro Pascal.
I like Denzel as well.
I like Denzel.
I like that guy that was in Notting Hill.
Yeah.
I don't really like Matt Lucas. Not really my thing. But
Lucas?
You literally said his name earlier on.
Told you I'm bad at names. Yes, Matt Lucas. I know him. Yeah. You know how bad I am at names.
Yeah, but you literally said, "Oh, look, Matt Lucas."
I just forgot in that time. Okay, leave me alone.
But it just, it just begs the question: why on earth are they making this film? If they were to go 50 years has passed, Rome is on the decline, whatever, or 100 years has passed, Rome is on the decline because, the age of emperors is coming to an end, blah, 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 blah. How do we return it back to whatever? And you get an emperor who sort of, goes out and he kills some people, but then he uses the thing to bring the people back to believe in their emperors, and he's got to fight against the emperor. That would be alright. But the fact that it's Lucius doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up to the first film. If anything, it dumps on the first film. And I don't appreciate it.
I think it just depends on what they say. Because just off the top of my head, I can't think of what it could possibly be that makes it that he's no longer with his mother, that he can't remember his mother, but yet can remember
the day
that Maximus was killed. Died, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand.
But it also, the span of Gladiator, the film, from when Maximus gets through the initial trials, then gets to the Coliseum, that must only be a couple of weeks. It's not years. It's weeks at the most. I mean, he fights what does he fight? He fights tigers. He fights the chariots, and he does his awesome speech. He fights the retired gladiator. Then there's the coup attempt that doesn't work, and then he fights Commodus. That's literally
a month or something.
At the most, yeah, I would say a month. Like that, any more than a month, I would think would be too much. So
I wonder how many years has passed. Quite a lot, I'd imagine. At least 18, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think this film's going to be a disaster.
Do you know what it is? I feel like... I don't know. I want it to be good. For Pedro Pascal's sake, I want it to be good.
It's
just that bit. If it wasn't for that bit, that literally the bit at the very beginning where he remembers the day, but he doesn't remember his mother and father, then I'd probably be like, yeah, you know what? Potential. That's the only bit that, confuses me. I always wondered how the horses can see. How do the horses see?
Because they've got holes in them.
I know, but that's just, ridiculous.
And also, don't they normally not rely on the horse's sight? Do they have to rely on the horse's sight?
I'd like to think the horses would be smart enough to look and stuff and know where they're going. Either way.
I can't. Yeah, I just.
That's for me. That's the only bit that confuses me.
The rap music, but also.
I know you don't like the rap music.
I don't like that.
So the water bit.
But
is that in the Coliseum? Can they just now have water in the Coliseum?
It doesn't look like the Coliseum, does it?
No, it is the Coliseum, isn't it?
What are these things?
Has to be.
What are these things?
I don't know.
Has the Coliseum just become a modern football ground? Is that? Or is that all it is?
I mean, that has to be the Coliseum.
I can't think of where else it would be. But what's this thing?
But, that's the viewing.
And what's this?
That must be the viewing bit. I don't know.
No, because as everyone knows, you have the entrance for the gladiators to come out.
Mm-hmm.
If there's going to be someone coming out, you come out that way, then the viewing platform's there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's where the emperor sits, isn't it?
But that doesn't make any sense. Because why is there water in it? How can there be water in it? Because
they go underground and stuff.
The gladiators are underneath that. Yeah, that's literally where the gladiators are held. The more I think about it, the more Ridley Scott is quite obviously taking liberties here because, the first Gladiator was brilliant in its simplicity. You didn't have to know everything about everything Roman, but have you been to the Colosseum?
I've not been there.
I've been to the Colosseum and I've seen the pits where they were held. It doesn't make any sense. This literally looks like a modern day football ground.
The more you say it, yeah, because that's like shade, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks like wires. So do you think they pull out wooden blocks to shade them? Because look, you see the wires. You see, here.
Yes, I see them.
I know, for the viewing audience, you see the wires. It looks like they can pull the wooden shade out. Oh dear.
The fact that it's got rap music makes me think that there's going to be rap music in this film. If there's rap music in this film, how does that make sense when it's based in ancient Rome? It'd be like having Freddie Mercury belting out The Show Must Go On when bloody the War of the Roses is happening. Do you know what I mean? Why?
Is this the Coliseum? I'm sure he says that about the Coliseum.
You knocked over my anti-chafing cream.
Sorry.
Rome ever
One sec.
built. The Coliseum.
The greatest temple of the Rome.
Yeah. He literally says, so that heavily implies this is the Coliseum.
It looks like a football ground.
Wow.
It looks like the stadium that West Ham Football Club play in. The stupid one.
Wow.
One that's not Upton Park.
Wow. That's just really interesting.
What's that? What's that?
They look like the same
They're
thing.
probably something else from Greek mythology that's just haphazardly thrown into Roman culture.
You really love that, don't you?
Well,
So is this a shark here?
where?
There. Like, wait, watch. Like, just play it. There. See there?
Oh yeah.
So, they have sharks. They had tigers in the first one, which makes sense because they did use tigers.
They did,
And
and now they have sharks.
they now have sharks. How would they transport the sharks?
No idea.
How would the Romans have...
No idea. Probably from Greece. Apparently they take everything from Greece now.
Interesting.
What? So,
Really
hold on.
interesting.
So, not only do they turn the Colosseum into a giant water park, but it's also so airtight
That they have sharks.
that they have sharks. Is the water not just sliding through? Because there's platforms in the ground that they open up to let tigers in.
I know.
So,
That's what I'm saying. The gladiators come out and they're underground.
what the hell's going on? No, I know the gladiators are underground, but the gladiators come up the ramp, like one of
Yeah.
the big entrances. They let the tigers in through special trap doors
I know.
in the actual sand. So how the hell? What?
How did they... Because it looked like the water was coming out of little, like, holes that had, like, a human face on it. Where is the water coming from? And how is it there?
I don't know.
Is there just some poor slave that has a bucket and is just filling it up? Like, is that how
Oh,
this
there's
is
just a
done?
bunch of slaves urinating. That's all
Oh
it is.
dear. There's just a...
Sharking slave wee. That's what it is.
That has to be the Coliseum, doesn't it? There's no possible way that they would say that's the Coliseum and for it not to be Coliseum.
God, the more I think about it, the dumber it seems. But it makes it seem like his thing is against them two. Feels like Paul Mescal's thing's against him. Denzel seems to be against everyone. He doesn't remember who his bloody mother is, but remembers Maximus dying. What is going on? They're ruining one of my favourite films.
Okay. Maybe... Okay. Hold on. Hold the hell on. Is it going to be a case of he's a part of the Roman army? He was taken away from his mother to train and to become like a leader, whatever. And he just doesn't... Because it's from such a young age, he just can't remember his motherly love. And he blames Pedro Pascal for his wife dying. Is that going to be what it is?
I don't know.
Then that doesn't make sense.
At this point, I don't care.
See, look, he's coming up from the ground.
Yeah, because it's the same.
And the doors have holes in.
It's the same ramp that Maximus goes up.
The doors have holes in.
There's a bit in the film where Maximus runs up this ramp to fight the I think it's the old retired gladiator. He goes up, and Proximus, or whatever he's called, the guy that bought him and sort of inspires him, goes, "Shadows and dust, Maximus!" And he's running up this ramp. So how the hell did they get flipping water in it? They're going to need at least an hour just to explain this.
Look, are they not holes? There's holes everywhere.
You know, I don't mind if a film takes liberties with historical accuracy, but this is just getting moronic. It's moronic. Like they could easily say, right? Oh, we've moved we've moved the slaves to a different part of the Coliseum. But you see him running up the same ramp that comes from underneath.
The door has holes in, Sean.
Look at that. You see that there?
Yeah, that's where the water's coming out of. And look at that! There's holes everywhere!
It's not where the water comes out of, but you do see one. If I can find it.
There.
Oh, the water does come out of it.
It does, that's what I'm saying. And that is the thing at the side that has the holes in. There's holes everywhere. How is the water staying in?
Good
Is there
Lord.
another just little slave with a wooden plank on each hole?
Hold it! But look how many holes there is!
That's what I mean!
So they're just there like a jigsaw piece going, hold it! Don't let the sharks out!
Oh, look at this one. They're going to have to have ladders and all sorts.
I know.
Oh my god. How? The more we watch,
This devolved rapidly.
the more we watch. It started off me being like, my only issue is with him saying he doesn't know his mother, and now it's turned into there's water in the Coliseum. I never thought I would say that. He just gets flung by a rhino.
Yeah.
And we'll probably just walk away with like a cut.
So he shoots the crossbow at him.
Yeah.
And I get it, it's meant to be the whole, he's defiant and just like it was in Gladiator.
Yeah.
But
He's already glad he has nothing else to lose.
yeah, like come on. Think of something
What
a
is that? Who are these people?
bit original. God knows these are probably the shark people.
This is Pedro Pascal is the other one on this side. I can't remember his name again. Is this going to be their epic duel at the end?
So this is Pedro Pascal.
And he's going to be on the other side.
Paul Mescal's on the other.
Or is it actually going to be that Pedro Pascal isn't so bad and they resolve their differences to take out their common enemy in the Emperors? Do you think that's going to be the story?
I hope not.
I feel say that's going to be the story.
That's dumb.
Because I do agree with what you're saying, and it makes it seem like those two are kind of the vindictive, like they're enjoying it too much.
Yeah.
Whereas Pedro Pascal,
Like where were all the people trying to kill Maximus in the first one? He was a general. He conquered lands. He conquered the Germanics. These are the Praetorians. Special guard.
He's just random.
Yeah, random guys.
Random people. But he's talking to his mother there, so he has no memory of her. He's like, here's Maximus's ring. Does she know who he is? Has she forgotten her own son?
Why the hell is she giving him Maximus's ring? He hasn't deserved that. Puh. To earn that ring. And I don't remember Maximus wearing a ring. Not that I ever paid that much attention to his fingers, but
Interesting.
How many
all the rings
does he need?
Oh, look at all the water. Is that water on the floor?
Oh,
It looks like water.
thank God they explained it. At least they explained there's a leak. Obviously there's a slave somewhere not doing their job.
Oh no, the slaves drop his plank.
Yeah.
Hold your breath, guys.
So what the hell's he shooting?
He's obviously... Is he rebelling? Is he saving him, or is he...
I don't
is he
know, it
betraying
just
him?
seems dumb.
And how would he come by a bow and arrow just so casually in the viewing box?
I don't know. I've given up. I've just given up. That's my thing, I've given up.
Dear.
My question is, why on earth are they making this film? What's the point?
Do you know what? I feel like there's probably a lot of people that agree.
Yeah.
Especially when they do it. It's been so long since the first one was made.
24 years.
It's like, what purpose?
Yeah.
Why is it taking this long for you to decide to make this? And yeah,
Shadows and dust, Maximus.
that's what I feel like Denzel's going to be. He's going to be that kind of character. The one to kind of, you've got this kid.
Yeah.
Go. Go do it.
Nah, not for me. I'll not be going to see it.
We'll have to watch it.
We'll
I
probably,
want to see the explanation for the water more than anything.
There isn't one. There isn't one. This is Ridley Scott losing his damn mind. Because, have you seen Napoleon?
No.
He lost his damn mind making that film, let me tell you. You know, let's make a big film about large battles that Napoleon took part of. How long's the battle? How long's the battle scene? 30 seconds. Every single one. And he's impotent. Because, I guess, it is. Ridley Scott's losing his damn mind. He used to be such a good director as well.
Yeah.
I give up. I give up on Gladiator. I give it. Nah. 4 out of 10.
It just felt like the longer we were like going through the trailer, the longer we were just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It started off just being that one issue with him saying about his mother, and then it turned into water in the coloseum and sharks. How do they transport the sharks? What do they have?
A giant fish tank.
What do they have?
A giant fish tank.
How? This is ancient Rome.
Well, Katie, they somehow managed to seal leaks in a very holy place.
Because of the slaves holding it up with planks. But how?
Well, maybe they just get 5 slaves hold
just a bucket.
No,
and a
just
shark as it's been transported.
No, they just hold a plank each. One on the bottom, one on that side, one on that side, one on that side, one on that side. Fill it with water and then just hold it for the whole journey with the shark in there.
And I know the Romans were like historically like the ones that invented a lot of things, and they kind of, you know,
they're very industrial.
Yeah, but I feel like it's too much.
Yeah.
Like the water in the Colosseum, sharks, really? When there's holes everywhere.
What a stupid thing. Anyway, let us know what you think of the new trailer. What gigantic plot hole did you find? We found 2. We found Lucius and we found the water in the bloody Colosseum. That's just moronic. Tell us what you thought. Let us know what you think. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say here?
No. Every time.
Oh, that would kid though. Oh, I think that's Gladiator rage. That's all because of the Coliseum. Was there anything else you want to say?
No, I just end the video.
Thank you for watching.
I need to know.